So the Sunrisers Hyderabad have finally announced a replacement player for Wanindu Hasaranga, someone whom they had doubtless pinned high hopes on as far as his performance was concerned, but who ended up suffering a major injury and therefore was ruled out. And they've replaced him with one of his compatriots, but whom someone is known very, very little. His name is Vijaykant Vyaskanth, and in case you're wondering, no, he's in no way related to Vijay Kumar Vishak, who also happens to be a bowler playing in the IPL, of course, for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. But with Vyaskanth, there is an interesting story, and he seems to be someone who could very well be a player who takes forward, let's say, the mantle of Sri Lankan mystery spinners or effective wrist spinners, because that's exactly what he is. Very, very young. And in this video, aside from, of course, talking about the fact that he is the replacement player, we'll quickly take a look at some interesting things about a player of whom much is expected and around whom there's some pretty interesting, let's say, factoids. Now, first off, he's a leg spinner, exactly the same role he'll be playing as a Wanindu Hasaranga, because they've gone for a replacement, and unlike certain franchises, pretty like for like in that regard. And if you look at some of the teams he's played for, obviously, not big teams in that regard. Yes, there's MI Emirates, who of course come under the Mumbai Indians umbrella. But then Jaffna Kings is one that catches the eye for the very simple reason that Vijaykant Vyaskanth is actually from the Jaffna region. And why this is interesting is because it makes him the first cricketer from the Jaffna region in Sri Lanka to have actually played in the IPL, or who will be playing in the IPL. And also only the second ever Sri Lankan player of Tamil descent to have played in the IPL. The first, of course, being the one and only Muthaiya Muralidharan. Now, if you look at some of these teams that he's played for, again, as I said, they don't really stand out in terms of being in big tournaments or big leagues, because again, MI Emirates in the ILT20, you've got Jaffna Kings who would be playing in the Lanka Premier League, and then you've got the Chattogram Challengers who will be part of the Bangladesh Premier League. But the thing is that if you look at his numbers just from this limited, let's say, sample size, because his international sample size very, very limited. He's only played the sole T20I for Sri Lanka, but his overall T20 record very, very good, at least in the limited matches that he's played. He's played 32 games, and in those 32 games has taken 42 wickets, which means that he's averaging well over a wicket a game at this point in time in his young career. And that economy rate really stands out, 6.76. That is very, very good no matter which level you're playing at. If you have an economy like that in the shortest format of the game as a bowler, you're definitely doing something right. Add in the fact that he does seem to be someone who's also good at getting wickets, and that is very, very important, of course, in T20, as if you're a wrist spinner, you are going to be a wicket-taking option, and it does seem like Vyaskanth is going to be one of those players who could potentially be a wicket taker, as well as, let's say, dry up the flow of runs. And of course, I know that it's early days still when you're looking at Vyaskanth, because he hasn't even played an IPL game yet, but SRH have had some good spinners in the past, especially young spinners come in. Rashid Khan comes to mind, who played a very similar role, very economical, would get plenty of wickets. You were hoping that a Wanindu Hasaranga could have a similar impact, but of course, he's not going to be there. It'll be interesting to see how it is that Vyaskanth does, because again, the wrist spin department would probably be one of the Sunrisers Hyderabad's Achilles heels. They have Mayank Markanday, who plays that role, but Markanday of 2024 hasn't been anywhere near as effective as the Markanday of 2023, and there are question marks now over whether or not he'll keep his place in the team if they intend bringing in Vyaskanth straight away. Of course, right now, we don't know how exactly or how quickly he'll be with the team, get acclimatized, but it does seem like the Sunrisers Hyderabad have a promising prospect on their hands, and it'll be interesting to see if he gets a chance, how well it is that he can do in the IPL. How excited are you to see the latest Sri Lankan mystery spinning sensation take part in the IPL? Well, you can tell us that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, follow us also on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Don't forget to download the SportsTak app, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos we've done as well. For now, from my side, it's goodbye.